Happy Wednesday, KMA land. Derek Martin here, back after a 2-week hiatus. Took some vacation, and then, of course, last week was the 4th of July week, so preempted Wednesday word. Not this week. Wednesday word is back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart, something that we need to really create awareness for, something that just really grinds my gears. It's a pet peeve of mine. First, let me give you a little history lesson. I'm going to turn to the computer to do this. St. Albert the Great. He was known as the teacher of everything there is to know, was a scientist long before the age of science, was considered a wizard and magician in his own lifetime, and became the teacher and mentor of that other remarkable mind of his time, St. Thomas Aquinas. St. Albert the Great was born, I can't even pronounce it, somewhere in Germany. His father was a military lord in the army of Emperor Frederick II. As a young man, Albert studied at the University of Padua, blah, blah, blah. You get it, right? Albert, he was a person. His name is not Albert's, and the school is not St. Albert's in Council Bluffs. His name is Albert. You don't call me Derek's. You don't call my cameraman Ryan Matheny Ryan's. So let's not call Albert Albert's. When we say and we talk about that school in Council Bluffs, the Falcons, the Saints, let's call them what the real school name is, St. Albert. And it's a perfect time to create awareness for this because they're joining the Hawkeye 10 this upcoming fall. What better time to finally get it right than when they join a new conference? Let's all of us now come together and finally get this right. St. Albert, not St. Albert's, St. Albert. And today's word is Albert. I'm going to go to Council Bluffs, talk with their baseball coach, Jeremy Petry, some of his players, talk a little baseball, but mainly we're going to try to get this through your head. It's St. Albert. Okay, we're talking here with Coach Jeremy Petry here today as St. Albert baseball field coach. First of all, I just want to talk a little bit about the season to this point. Obviously, it's been a good one. You guys are playing really well here of late, too. Got a big win last night over Des Moines Christian and a big doubleheader tomorrow with a very good Harlan team. I guess just talk about how things have been going. You know, we started off the year slow. Took us a little while to get our groove, and I really feel like the guys are playing well right now. They've bought into the system that we've implemented, and they're really taking it and running with it. I mean, in the last 5 games, I think we've scored double figures 4 out of the 5, so they're hitting the ball well. Sometimes it takes a little while to get going, but once they get going, they're hitting the ball well. We're finally starting to throw strikes. Defensively, we need some work, and we worked a lot on it this morning, about an hour worth of defensive work live on the field. So they're coming around. I feel like we're playing pretty good baseball right now. We still got some improvement. If we can improve on the spots that we're missing on right now, we'll be around for a while. First year taking over as head coach here at St. Albert, and the school you played at is probably kind of a dream job for you. I guess talk about what's it been like for you. Well, I'll say one thing, that these kids are spoiled rotten. This field didn't look like this when I played here, that's for sure. But all kidding aside, it's I told my wife when I started coaching baseball, I started off in the select arena, and when I started coaching, that if this position ever came available, that I wanted to come out and help, and it fell my way, and I've got the program. I'm running the program now, and I feel like the kids are buying into what I'm asking them to do. You know, and I do more than teach them baseball. I teach them life and life lessons, and how to act and respect. But baseball's the main thing. We got to win games. If we don't win games, it really doesn't matter. I assume you played for Coach Schreiber. I did. And what did you kind of take from him? A lot of running from Coach Schreiber. I played for Coach for 4 years, and I've taken some of the things that he taught me back then, some of the drills that we did back then, I've implemented to the kids, and I've taken a bit of his hard side at times too. But I like to have some fun, just like he did every once in a while. So. One thing that maybe helped you out here in the first year as coach is this a solid group of 5 seniors. Can you talk about what that's been like to have those guys? Absolutely. That group of 5 seniors, they're like 5 more coaches on the field. I mean, they do what I ask. They know what I expect when I'm not around. For example, this morning I was working with the infielders and outfielders, and Jake Lewis was working with the catchers. He knows exactly what I want done. I've spent 2 years with him, training him, doing the drills with him, so he does those with the kids. And the other guys, it's like having 5 complete coaches on the field. They're just a great group of guys, pretty athletic. They're pretty talented. I'm extremely fortunate to have those 5 as seniors. Now, I definitely came here to talk about the baseball team, and we've done that. And the big thing is the word today is Albert. Yes. What is it? What's it like when somebody calls you St. Albert's? I mean, it makes me mad. I never even came close to going to school here.
Well, I don't know if I would say that it makes me mad. I guess if they're calling us St. Albert's, they're talking about us. So that's better than calling us the school up on the hill. But it takes a little bit. I kind of run into the same thing. A lot of people mispronounce my last name, so I get used to it. But it's nice when they know our name, know our school, and know the right way to pronounce it. That's for sure.
I got your name right, though, right?
You did.
Okay.
You did. I didn't have to tell you.
The Alberts. The thing is, you're going into Hawkeye 10, and that's maybe the good time to just finally get it right. Everybody can finally get it right now that you're going to the Hawkeye 10. St. Albert. This is actually a person, St. Albert. Mm-hmm. So that's a good way. We don't call you Jeremy's. We don't call me Derek's. It's St. Albert, not Albert's. But speaking of the Hawkeye 10, next year you'll get a full Hawkeye 10 schedule. You play a lot of Hawkeye 10 teams anyway. But what's your opinion on it?
Oh, I'm excited. We play pretty much a Hawkeye 10 schedule as it is. We'll add a few different teams, and I can't wait to get into it and get into the competition. It's going to be awesome competition. I'm excited. The schools that we've played already have been very welcoming to us when we come to their parks or they come here. So I just can't tell you how excited I am that the school finally decided to do that. I'm ready for it. We're ready to fight for a conference championship.
Now, you've been around St. Albert for a while. Can you tell us, has baseball always been independent?
Well, I don't really like that, when you say you've been around for a while. I mean, I know I'm a little gray, but that's because of these guys. So if I played for Coach Schreiber, I've been here for a while. But what was your question?
Has baseball always been independent conference?
Yes. Well, when I played, we played in the Sioux City Conference. I can't remember the exact name of it at that time. When I was a freshman, we played in the Metro. And then my sophomore, junior, senior year, we played in the Sioux City Conference, where we played those schools up there along with AL, TJ down here. So I don't know how long we've been independent, how long that conference has been gone, but it's been a while. I know that.
What's the maybe the players didn't even talk about it, I guess. What's the overall feeling you're getting from I know everybody be excited to join the Hawkeye 10 conference, obviously, but what are the players talking about it? Are fans talking about it? Parents? Is there a lot of talk about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some excitement. We're really not. We're leaving the Centennial Conference, which actually we've been a member of, but not in baseball. But parents are excited. The administration is excited. We as coaches are extremely excited. I know the players are talking about it. I mean, if you think about it, I think we're adding maybe two schools that we don't play now. So it's not going to change other than the fact that we play schools a couple of times now, and we have a conference that we're fighting for. So I'm extremely excited. I looked at the schedule already. It's going to be tough competition, and I can't wait.
One thing before I let you go here, one of the teams from the Hawkeye 10 that you played is Glenwood, and you played them Coaches versus Cancer night at Iowa Western. Can you talk about how that kind of came about and how that went?
Absolutely. Brett and I played together, grew up together, played baseball, soccer, played against each other. I won't tell any stories, Brett, about any of that, but if you want to call me, I'll let you know. But I had gotten a mailer about it, and was on my way to the association meeting and was reading through it. And started to think about it, and I've lost, 4 family members from cancer, and so I just wanted to do something to help give back to this fight, and contacted Brett, and he was right on board. He was absolutely, let's do it. What do we need to do? And so we kind of worked together, and we recruited some parents to kind of take the reins of it, and they did a fantastic job for essentially putting this thing together, not at last minute, but pretty close. It's going to be an annual thing with us. We both had shirts made that we'll wear specifically for that game. So I'm excited to see what we can do next year. I think this year, the number I heard before we left was around $1,100 of what we had raised. And I just see that continuing to grow. Year after year, I can see us getting better at it and making more money for the fight to cancer.
Coach, thanks a lot, and we'll continue to keep the awareness for that up and keep the awareness for St. Albert up as well, not St. Albert's. Thanks.
Well, when they build another school, then we can call it St. Albert's. Okay. So right now it's just one.
Thanks a lot.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, we're talking with 4 of the 5 St. Albert seniors here today, and Nick Gant is not here, decided to skip out on practice. We're going to start out here with Alex Rendoni. Alex is a second baseman for this team, and Alex, today we're bringing awareness to the fact that it is St. Albert and not St. Albert's. Yep. You know how many people, you heard a lot of people call it St. Albert's, right? Yeah. Okay, tell me about what kind of hate fuels your heart when you hear people call it St. Albert's.
I've heard it for a long time, so I'm getting used to it, so yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not all we're going to talk about today. So far, it's been a great season for you guys. I think 17-6 maybe, and you won like 8 of your last 9. Got a big win last night over Des Moines Christian. I guess talk about the season for you. How's it been going?
We're going good right now, starting to peak at the right time with district starting next week. So,
tell us about your coach, Jeremy Petry, his first season as the head coach. I think he's been around here as an assistant maybe as well, but what's it been like? Anything different?
Yeah, it's pretty different, but we all knew what it was going to be like coming in because he's been here for the past couple of years, but we really like him.
Now I just think about this right now. You guys are seniors. Have you guys played for all 3, Schreiber, Lovely, and Petry? So you guys have been around for all 3 of those, I guess. I'm not going to ask you to compare and contrast those, but nonetheless, tell us about lately. You guys have been playing pretty well. Has there been something different? You guys just kind of getting in the groove?
Yeah, just peaking at the right time, I gotta say. But lately, we're dedicating the rest of the season to Joey Goodwin, former teammate that just passed away a couple days ago.
Okay, can you tell us about Joey?
He just passed away in a motorcycle accident.
Okay. All right. That obviously you're gonna have a lot of stuff fueling you throughout the season there with that, lots of emotions and stuff like that. But I guess take a look at this district a little bit. I know you guys are awaiting the winner of what Clarinda Red Oak. So you're awaiting the winner of that one, and you'll play them next week. But tell us about your district and what you see there.
We got some good teams coming up, so we just have to prepare.
Alex, we'll move on here to Logan Lieber. He's play right field, does some DH and stuff. Tell us about just talk about the season so far under Coach Petry and how things have kind of gone for you.
Well, we had Coach Petry last year as an assistant coach, so we kind of knew him before. But he's kind of changed since he's the head coach now. Kind of the attitude. We're having more fun than we did last year. So I think that now that we're having more fun, we're actually playing baseball and winning the games.
5 seniors, as we said, we got the 4 here, and then Nick Gant skipped out. But tell us what that's like. You played a lot of baseball with these guys.
Yeah, it's like a family pretty much, not just a team. We're there all through the years, winter, everything. So,
how about some of the younger guys? Can you tell us about the rest of the team and who's kind of some of these younger guys that are stepping in and playing well?
Yeah, Jake Lewis, his brother Wyatt, he's a junior. So Josh,
right now?
Yes, he is batting right now. See, Josh Hecker's a junior. His brother just graduated last year. He was a pitcher for us. So we're all pretty close since they're brothers and stuff. And
St. Albert's thing. What goes through your mind when you hear people call you St. Albert's?
It doesn't really make me mad, but it's kind of just annoying kind of hearing people say that.
I get annoyed, and I didn't even go to school here. It's St. Albert. Come on. It's right there. That's one thing we're going to try to get through the head of everybody now that you're joining the Hawkeye 10 conference next year. You guys won't be a part of that, but I guess what's your thoughts on the joining the conference?
I think it'll be good. New teams, just new competition.
All right, let's go on to Jake Lewis. Jake has been crushing all year long. Yeah. Tell us about your season. Why have you been hitting so well?
Well, I was seeing the ball really well in the beginning of the season. I mean, I'm kind of moving a little bit off. I don't know what's up with me, but I'm a little slumped. But it's just, I don't know, just calming down and hitting the ball, really.
You're a wrestler, right? Okay, so a lot of people think that the wrestler mentality at the plate, it gives them a little bit of an edge. What do you say to that?
Basically, you just know how to shut your brain off. I mean, you just need to focus on one thing, and that's all you need to
do. You've started for a lot of years. You played at the state tournament, I believe, as a sophomore, right? You played there as a sophomore. Tell us about what that would be like to go out as a senior, go out of the state tournament.
That'd be awesome. I mean, we've been fighting since last year. We thought we were going to make it, but I mean, we didn't make it at all. So I mean, it was just awesome to play there. I mean, it's a great park, and it'd be awesome to go out there.
You guys thought you had made it because a guy we thought was out at second base. Do you think about that every day?
Yeah. I think about it every day. And then Rendoni was on second, and I hit a line drive, and the first baseman caught it right above his head. And oh man, it's just so close. I mean, it was just. I mean, this year we've really been working on focus. So last year, that was what lost us that game, was focus. I mean, yeah.
Why do you think people call you St. Albert's?
Probably because they usually use it in a sentence, and they try to say St. Albert is, and they just say St. Albert.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even really say it without saying St. Albert.
Kind of silly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
People just need to come and look at the dugout. St. Albert. It's not that hard, is it? We're going to get it through their head. James Hawk. Let's talk with Mr. Hawk here. Jimmy, you played catcher first several years. Now you're in center field. What's that all about?
Well, I'm just moving out to new positions because I thought I was going to be playing college baseball, and thought I was going to have a better chance of playing college baseball in the outfield because of my speed. So,
Well, you're not, though?
no, I'm going to Iowa Western next year to play football.
Okay. So football it is. Speed, that helps out. Tell us about your season so far. I didn't know you've been hitting the ball well as well.
Thank you. Just seeing the ball well, hitting the ball well, and just doing what all the other guys are doing, trying to get the guys up, and I think we're doing a good job at that.
Yeah, you've started since a freshman, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you've kind of been you've seen the heartbreaks, snitching about in it right here on this field. That was you were a freshman. Then the next year you went to the state tournament. Then last year, of course, I guess. Well, what's it going to take to get to that point again?
It's going to take lots of focus, and we got to have our A game the whole game. There's not just one part of the game that dictates the rest of the game. It's the whole game, and I think we just need to drill that through the guys' head and keep preparing this week and next week, and hopefully we'll get there.
Obviously, the ticket to state kind of goes through Trainer originally because that's where you're going to be playing. Then eventually maybe a Kemper on the other side. Those are two really, really good teams and state-ranked teams, I guess. You guys are state-rated too, but you don't want to think that far ahead. So how do you avoid that?
Just play one game at a time and just focus on the task ahead and hit the ball well, field the ball well with not a whole lot of errors. I think it'll carry over into the next game. So basically just take it one game at a time.
And that St. Albert's thing, when somebody says that to you, you've probably heard it a lot now. Did you just let it fly or do you correct them?
Sometimes I correct them, but it's just kind of annoying, but oh well.
I'm going to, all of you guys, from now on, if anybody says St. Albert's, blame it on me. Just say, hey, Derek Martin, the KMA guy, says it's St. Albert, you dummy. Okay? Go ahead and call him that. And blame it on me. But nonetheless, great guys, great season so far. Mainly just wanted to talk about your baseball season, but also wanted to hammer it home that it's St. Albert, not St. Albert's.